Hey everybody, this is Dan Stutterheim, CEO of Kasa Companies. I'm joined by Keith Blanding. He's the OEM Sales Manager for Rockwell Automation. He's a great partner of ours for all of our controls projects. I thought I would get with Keith and ask him a couple of questions regarding numerous topics. The first one, Keith, is around data centers. When people hear industrial controls in data centers, what are we really controlling, and why is it so critical to uptime?
Yeah, that's a really good question. So whether we're thinking about a large hyperscaler like Google or a smaller company, they're all trying to meet the same demand for compute. It's at a scale that we've really never seen before. And that these data centers are going up as fast as humanly possible. And AI and cloud computing and a bunch of other technologies are really driving this boom. But the important thing to remember is that these data centers are incredibly power hungry. So what are we controlling? Mostly it's the power and the cooling backbone of the facility. So of all those servers and IT equipment, they create a massive amount of energy that's got to be dealt with. And like I said, they're very power hungry, and making sure that the consumption of that energy is optimized is really important. There's a huge environmental and financial impact to that. And then you mentioned uptime. Nobody wants their digital service, whatever it is, to go down. So even a brief amount of downtime at a data center could have a huge impact on a company's reputation and obviously their bottom line.
Very good. What do you see as the biggest mistake that data centers make, the owners of data centers make when it comes to automation and controls?
Yeah, so I think the biggest mistake that you can make is treating the industrial controls of your facility as an afterthought. So if you underinvest or if you overlook the automation in your system, you're opening yourself up to all kinds of risk. We all know that server uptime is critical, no doubt, but making sure that the power and the cooling systems that keep all that stuff stable and giving that the care and attention it deserves up front, that's key. These companies are really good at looking at electrical redundancy, mechanical redundancy, physical redundancy. All that stuff's important. But if your control system isn't adequate, or if redundancy within that control system or your network infrastructure, if that's overlooked, then none of those other things are going to matter. So that automation layer of the data center, it's a mission critical piece of the infrastructure and should never be something that's designed or thought about at the last minute.
Well, if it shouldn't be designed or thought of at the last minute, when should it start? When should you start thinking about that?
Like I said, it's got to start at the beginning of the project, during the conceptual design phase at the beginning. I mean, if you think about the start of a project, you're doing the first electrical system one lines, those are being drafted, the mechanical load calculations are being done. The automation architecture of the facility should be in the design phase and define phase as well at that time. So I guess in short, I would say that the facility needs to be designed for data and with their cybersecurity strategy in mind from day one. Otherwise, turning things on like predictive maintenance or energy optimization later, it becomes so much harder.